Hi guys, today is January the 23rd, and we're looking at a chart of, we start off looking at a chart of Dow Jones. And as you can see here, we have been grinding higher and higher above the 21-day moving average, 10-day moving average, and they're all lagging behind. They cannot catch up. On the Dow is sitting here at 13,794, almost close to, much closer to 14,000 here, which is right up here. So we have been grinding up higher. I just want to give you a perspective that we're overbought here at this point. A pullback or anything that can happen here, we have to be very, very careful here. Let's take a look at SPX on it, and it's the same story here in SPX. If we look at it here, we come here, there's no volatility here, but every day the market just grinds up a little bit higher, a little bit higher. You can see the pushes higher a little bit, and finish the day at 1496. I think it's going to touch 1500 by tomorrow or Friday, and if it does, then expect some kind of a pullback. I'm expecting, because way too high, extremely overbought. The market overbought, market can stay overbought. I mean, it can continue going up higher, but there was a little bit, you would expect some kind of a pullback here, and it's very dangerous to chase up here and start keep on buying at a higher levels here, especially when it is reaching something like 1500 level, which it isn't done. And this is a level here that, SPX has not done. This is a multi-year high in the last almost 2-3 years. And what is happening on RUT? Let's take a look at it, and then we go into some of the stocks here. RUC is leading the charge here, almost close to 900 here, and it pulled back a little bit, but it's extremely overbought, and it's the turning here a little bit. Looks like it's going to come down here, pull back. So same thing can start happening in SPX and other indexes here as well. Today's biggest stories have been tech. Google, which is this stock here, came in here today, and goodness, what happened here? This was a big gap. It just ran up here, and let me just pull the daily chart here. We were looking at 4-hour charts, and this was the gap here. This is the daily chart here. Actually, what the charts that we looked at it were 4-hour charts, not the daily chart, but they're pretty good. They give you the same idea. This thing has been climbing up here. It kept on pushing here down below this trend line, hit that 50-day moving average, and then it gapped up higher to the 747 level. But towards the close, it did pull back here. If you can see it here, this was a gap, and then it's almost pulled back a little bit, and now it's trading up higher. So that is what it did. This, let's see if it maintains this gap here. The reason for this is overhead supply here and here in October, and these people who have been trapped here for a long time, now they're unloading all those shares. So it has a lot of resistance here between 740, 750 to 760, and that's where it may start going sideways, or just stay very lackluster, because there's no trade here. Actually, it isn't moving much, but it's still just surviving here. If it does not stop filling the gap here, Apple, which was this stock, had earnings today, and the market it did gap up here. Let's look at the 4-hour chart here, just to keep things consistent. It gapped down here to 457 low, and then now it finished the day at 4463. Now we don't know how this is going to open up tomorrow here. The earnings, it did miss a little bit, and the iPhone sales were down, but it was not a blowout quarter, and it did come in with the EPS, but it missed a little bit on the revenue and iPhone sales, and then it got punished really badly here because it's a leading stock. Apple has not been participating in the market, as you know. The rest of the market has been moving up higher, and without Apple. Another notable name, NFLX, Netflix. The earnings came out really good, and this is what it did here. This was the chart of Netflix, and it just finished the day 139. 139 is almost up 12%, 15%. I don't know exactly, but this is closed at 103, and now it's trading at 139. Let's see how it gaps up here in the morning. So these, some of the stocks are gapping up, some of the stocks are not, and Apple is going to continue to be enigmatic, because this could be the end of this great stock here if it does not recover right away, or it comes right back up to the 500 levels. The market direction remains up, and the market is overbought, and expect some kind of a pullback sooner or later at this point.